Commander, you look pale. Are you suffering any ill effects from the cipher?
I feel strange.
The cipher shook me up a bit.
I might be able to help you. I am an expert on the Protheans. If I join my consciousness to yours, maybe we can make some sense of it.
Go ahead.
Do it. Hurry. We don't have much time.
Relax, Commander. Embrace eternity.
Boing! Oh, goodness. That weird gooey mouth thing feels really freaky.
That was incredible. All this time, all my research, yet I never dreamed. I am sorry. The images were so vivid. I never imagined the experience would be so intense. You are remarkably strong-willed, Commander. What you have been through, what you have seen, would have destroyed a lesser mind.
Did you see anything?
The beacon on Eden Prime must have been badly damaged. Large parts of the vision are missing. The data transferred into the Commander's mind is incomplete.
Did you learn anything?
You must have seen something.
I was able to interpret the data relayed through your vision. What was there, at least. But something was missing. Saren must have the missing information. Maybe he found another beacon. If we can find the missing data from your vision, I can... I am sorry. The joining is exhausting. I should go to the medical bay and lie down for a moment.
Are you okay?
Dr. Chalkwash should take a look at you.
That will not be necessary. I just need some rest. Somewhere quiet.
Go ahead.
We're done here. Dismissed.
I've sent off the Pharos report, Commander. You want me to patch you through to the Council?
Yes.
Patch him through, Joker.
Setting up the link now, Commander.
Commander, Exogenia should have told us about the Thorian. It would have made your job much easier.
You might have been able to capture it for study instead of destroying it.
Better off this way.
The Thorian liked to enslave minds. Anyone who studied it would have ended up as one of its thralls.
Perhaps it's for the best then. At least the colony was saved.
Yes.
Of course it was saved. Shepard would go to any lengths to help a human colony.
Hey, I help everyone.
Being human had nothing to do with it. They were in trouble.
Admirable. But sometimes Spectres have to make sacrifices. I hope you're willing to do that when the time comes.
Goodbye, Commander. We will be waiting for your next report.
All right. Well then. I have a couple things I want to do before I call this thing a video, though. First things first, though. I want to go down here and talk to Liara. In fact, I might do the rounds and talk to everybody. But Liara first and foremost. Liara!
Commander, are you coming to check up on me?
I was worried.
You look much better. How are you feeling?
Dr. Chakwas assures me I am going to be fine. I was impressed with her knowledge of Asari physiology.
She's the best.
You're in good hands. Dr. Chakwas knows what she's doing.
I get the feeling you want to ask me something, Commander.
Tell me more about
We
you.
could pick up where we left off. You were telling me about your interest in the Protheans.
Actually, I think I was talking about my interest in you, and making a fool of myself in the process. As I
Yes,
said,
she
I
was.
am not used to dealing with people, especially humans. I did not really know much about your species when we first met, Shepard. I found it hard to take humanity seriously. Your kind always seemed so rushed and high-strung.
We're short-lived.
We don't have the luxury of time. An Asari can live for 1,000 years. We're lucky if we hit 150.
That is true. At first I thought that was a weakness of your species. After spending time with you and your crew, however, I think it may actually be an advantage. You humans are creatures of action. You pursue your goals with an almost indomitable determination. It is an admirable trait, but also an intimidating one.
Intimidating?
You're scared of us?
Unfortunately, the rest of the galaxy sees humanity as something of a bully. You run over anyone in your path to get what you want.
They
It is
can.
up to people like you to change their minds, Shepard.
I'm certainly
I'm
trying.
doing the best I can, Liara.
There is a reason the Council chose you to become a Spectre. They saw something special in you. The best of what humanity has to offer. I looked into your history. I know what you did during the Blitz. It was a remarkable display of courage and heroism.
You didn't need to go behind my back. I would have told you whatever you wanted to know.
I apologize, Commander. After our last conversation, I was afraid I would say something stupid again. I wanted to know more about you. To understand what made you into the woman you are. There is something compelling about you, Shepard.
I want to believe
Are you
that.
sure you're interested in me? Or is it my visions of the Protheans?
I admit, your connection to the Protheans had something to do with my initial interest.
Yay.
But it has grown beyond that. You intrigue me, Shepard. But I was not sure if it was appropriate to act on my feelings.
It's always
I thought
appropriate,
there might
Liara.
already be a relationship between you and Lieutenant Alenko.
It's not serious.
The Lieutenant and I are just friends. Nothing more.
My mistake, then. I am not as adept at understanding human relationships as I thought. But what about us, Shepard? Is there a mutual attraction, or was
I am
wrong
attracted
about
to
that
you.
Too?
No. You were right. There is something between us.
I knew it, and I knew you felt it too. But does this not seem rather strange? Why do I feel so close to you? We have only known each other a short time. We are from two different species. We have almost nothing in common. This
It doesn't
makes
have
no
to.
sense.
These things never make sense. They just happen and we get swept up in the storm.
You make it sound so chaotic, so dangerous.
I'll protect you.
I'll keep you safe.
I am not looking for a protector. This is all a bit overwhelming. I am not used to this. You. I need some time.
I understand.
Take all the time you need, Liara. I'll be here.
Thank you, Shepard. Let's just talk about something else for now.
Sure. Nope.
I should go.
Goodbye, Shepard.
As I said, I like Liara. Now, yeah, Caden's over here, that's right. Hey, Caden.
Anything you need, Commander?
Tactical appraisal?
What's your opinion on the last mission?
I'm glad there aren't many aliens like the Thorian. I don't think my stomach could take it.
You're
One
telling
of my
me.
cousins has an agribusiness. I was thinking of calling him. Maybe he can get some shipments into Pharos. I mean, now that they're cut off from the company.
We'll talk another time, Lieutenant.
Actually, I'm gonna do something. Sound. Yeah, dialogue volume's all the way up, but let's turn the music down a little bit. There we go, that ought to do. And let's go ahead and save so it keeps my stats there. I should have done that earlier, but like every time I think about it, it just slips my mind.
Anything you need, Commander?
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
Well, they know about the stonewalling you've had from the Council.
I see.
And what do they think?
They're on your side. They're pissed about the resistance we're getting, especially from our side. I'll have a better handle on all of it when my head stops hurting. Another L2 flare-up.
You alright?
Anything I can do?
No, Commander, it'll settle down. It's rough sometimes, but they spike higher than a lot of L3s. Except for you, of course. Besides, I fared a lot better than some after Kinetics was through.
They still around?
I haven't heard anything about kinetics in a while.
Yeah, they quietly disappeared. Broke up into a bunch of little corps after they botched the training on Jump Zero. After
Kinetics, that sounds familiar.
Kinetics was set up to track Element Zero exposures and develop implants for humans. Once we had an embassy on the Citadel, Kinetics could bring in experts instead of taking it slow.
I'm sure they meant
Sure,
well.
kinetics did what they thought was best.
It wasn't best for us. They brought in an ex-military Turian named Commander Vernus. A real hard ass. He basically had a free pass to break us if it would turn out a decent biotic. Kind of spiraled from there, Commander.
But did his training... No, did they ever bust...
Did he ever face charges for that?
He got his, yeah. But like everything else at Jump Zero, it was under the table. The less said, the better. Anyway, this is ancient stuff. I walked it off a long time ago. I should get back to my duties, Commander. We're here to make history, not rehash it.
Goodbye.
We'll talk another time, Lieutenant.
Commander?
Alright. Yeah, let's just make the rounds. Why not? Go talk to Garrus and stuff. It won't take too long. Maybe 5-10 minutes, I guess. And then I'll end the video by going over to the Citadel, because there's something I want to do there. Alright, Garrus. You're the one I want to talk to.
Commander, how are you?
You and CSEC.
Why did you want to be a CSEC officer in the first place?
That's a good question. There were several reasons, I guess.
Why is the dialogue so quiet here? I don't understand.
Like what?
The volume is maxed on the dialogue. You saw that.
Same as most officers. I wanted to fight injustice, wanted to help people. I guess my father had something to do with it too. He
I
was
apologize
seasick
for this
when
one,
he
guys. I
was
don't know why the dialogue's so
I
quiet.
grew up hearing about his accomplishments or seeing his picture on the vids after a big arrest. He's taking my resignation pretty hard.
I can understand that.
That's tough. But you'd think he'd be impressed you're going after Saren.
My father's a CSEC man to the bone. Do things right or don't do them at all, he says.
I can probably adjust it in post, but that's a kind of a pain, actually.
Worried I'll become just
Oh well,
like
no
Saren.
big deal.
He actually talked me out of becoming a Spectre when I was younger, for the same reason.
Spectre.
You were asked to be a Spectre.
Well, I was targeted as a possible Spectre candidate. Me and about 1,000 other Turian military recruits. I could have received special training, but my father didn't like it. He despises the Spectres.
Oh.
He hates the idea of someone having unlimited power with no accountability. He wouldn't like you, Commander. No offense.
I see.
I suppose I can understand his concern.
You can. But Saren's not going to play by our rules, CSEC's rules. If you
Indeed.
want to nail Saren, you need to send someone who isn't restricted by policies and procedures.
Not true.
Just because you can break the rules doesn't mean you should. I don't need to stoop to Saren's level to stop him. And neither do you, Garrus.
I see what you mean, but I'll think about it. Thanks, Commander.
Not a problem, Garrus. Stay awesome. Go. Thank you.
Commander?
Can we talk?
Do you have a few minutes to talk? One-on-one?
Sure. I was just watching some mail from home.
Oh, before I go, we saw Caden in a news vid about the Normandy. He's cute. Later, sis.
Let's pretend this never happened.
Caden,
Are you interested in the Lieutenant, Chief?
Fraternization is against regulations, ma'am. Don't ask, don't tell.
hmm?
You didn't come by to eavesdrop on family mail.
I didn't mean to.
Your family seems to be important to you.
Yeah, we've always been close. Me and my sisters especially. With Dad on duty so much, I had to help Mom raise them.
Sounds familiar.
I was an only child, but I get the idea. At least one of my parents was always on duty.
Yeah, military families, eh? With schedules like that, it's a wonder we ever have kids anymore. Things were tense between Sarah and me for a while. Then we bonded.
Tell me about it.
Sounds like a story. Feel like sharing?
Sarah got herself a boyfriend who wanted to go faster than she did. Mike.
Well,
I didn't think he was a bad kid, just pushy. Lynn would send me these worried vid mails, and I'd tell her to relax.
no means no. Huh? What? Vid mails?
Where were you when this was going on?
I was on active duty. Sarah's graduating high school this year.
I'm assuming
This
those
was only a couple
worrying
years back.
vid mails were about
They were on
sexual
amateur
activities.
At the time, I was assigned to Chernobog. Same cluster, but a dozen Hellwire away. Close enough to talk regularly, too far to make it back in an emergency. I couldn't afford a fast packet flight.
No means no.
If he really liked her, he wouldn't be pushy.
Yeah, of course. If he didn't ask at all, I'd wonder if he thought Sarah was ugly. Damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Tell me about it.
Mike thought they'd go for a romantic walk in the woods, because he figured it was past time they did the deed. She levered Mike face first into a tree and left. Didn't have a scratch on her. Good thing Mom and Dad had us all learn some kind of self-defense. I took emergency leave and walked Sarah to school for a few days.
She must have hated that.
Sarah couldn't have been fond of you escorting her.
Embarrassed the hell out of her. But it was worth it in the end. My last day out, Mike was waiting for us. Sarah had told her friends, so everyone at school knew what he did. He wasn't happy. I wanted to snap him in half, but Sarah gave me this look, this let me handle it, I need to do this alone look. She kept her cool, God bless her, as he screamed in her face. She just let him vent. Then he tried to punch her. I swear, she just flowed around him. Next thing I knew, he's face down on the sidewalk, and there's blood everywhere.
Wow.
That's unbelievable. Sarah must be as good as you.
Better. I'm more or less a straight-up puncher. When he swung, she wasn't there anymore, and he fell. She helped him stop the bleeding and had me call an ambulance. She told the paramedics he fell. Before they took him to the hospital, Mike touched Sarah's arm. I thought he was going to end up on the ground again. But he hung his head, whispered, "I'm sorry," and started crying. And she hugged him.
Well.
The Williams women are a decisive bunch, Commander. We do things when we're ready. Not before, not after.
Your sister's something else. But you didn't mention your father at all. Was he on deployment?
Dad always wanted to serve in space, but he wanted us to have real ground under our feet. He'd say, space is beautiful, but you can't raise a family there. I cannot rest from travel. I will drink life to the lees. All times I've enjoyed greatly, have suffered greatly, both with those that loved me and alone. For always roaming with a hungry heart, much have I seen and known, cities of men and manners, climates, councils, governments.
I've always liked that one.
I didn't know you liked classical literature.
Ulysses was my dad's favorite poem. Every time he shipped out, he recorded me reading it. He had 12 versions when he retired.
It's a good
Does he
piece.
still like it?
I sure hope so. I read it to his grave every time I go home. Dad passed on a few years back. He's probably still watching, though.
Yeah, sure he is. No, from the afterlife?
You mean from wherever we go after death?
Dead on, Skipper. He's with God now. That's not a problem with you, is it? That I believe in God?
Of course not.
Everyone has the right to believe what they want. Says so in the Alliance Charter, only with fancier words.
I'm glad you're open-minded about it. I've met a few people who are really weirded out by my faith. Because I work in space, I can't believe in a higher power? Jeez. Hello, have you people looked out the window? How can you look at this galaxy and not believe in something?
Exactly.
I should
Believe
get
in
back to my
mankind,
duties.
believe in
Don't need to
anything,
take so
really.
much of your time.
Just,
Dismissed, Chief.
I don't know.
Ma'am.
That's a subject for another day, though. I'm not touching that one.
So, we've got Saren on the run.
Yes, we do.
It won't be long now. Saren's good, but I'm better.
Good. He's rotten. To the core.
I bet.
I could tell as soon as I met him.
You knew Saren?
Why didn't you tell me this sooner?
I would have if I thought it was important.
Fair enough.
I'll
Oh,
decide
crap!
what's
That's not the one I wanted.
Now tell me how you know Saren.
This was a while ago. A bunch of mercs were bragging about a job out near the edges of the
I
terminal
misclicked.
systems.
Hate when I
They said it paid well, and the
That's
boss
cool.
was never around to ride them. They said he was looking for more men, too. So I checked it out.
Saren recruited you?
I didn't know Saren was openly recruiting mercs.
It wasn't that open, and he only showed his face once. We'd been raiding ships in the area for months when we took out this massive cargo freighter. Our biggest haul yet.
I bet.
I was on board checking bodies for valuables, looking for some extra credits. That's when I saw him.
What was he doing?
What did Saren want with the ship?
I don't know what he wanted. He was just moving through the ship, watching. A couple of the mercs called him by name, but he never spoke to them. Never spoke to anyone.
Well.
I had a really bad feeling about him. So I got the hell out. Didn't even wait to get paid.
That's the only time you saw him?
Yeah. Didn't even know who he was. Still wouldn't if I hadn't joined up with you. But my instincts were right. Every other merc on that mission turned up dead within a week.
Wow.
Every damn one.
I see.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
I feel like I should have investigated further, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do for time constraints. Last one's Tali.
Oh, hello, Shepard.
You sound down.
Are you okay?
I don't know. Your ship is amazing, and your crew's been really great to me. Especially your chief engineer. But I just sort of feel out of place. The Normandy runs so smooth it feels like we're not even moving. And the engines are so quiet. How do you sleep at night?
I like the silence.
I find it rather peaceful. Don't worry, you'll get used to it.
But it's more than just the silence. This ship feels so empty. It's like half the crew is missing. Back home, I couldn't wait to go on my pilgrimage. I couldn't wait to get away from the crowds. Now that I'm out here, I kind of miss them.
Ah, you're homesick.
Sometimes we don't appreciate what we have till it's gone.
That's true. I'm starting to wonder if that's what the pilgrimage is really about. It's given me a whole new perspective on my people and our culture. You know, there's always a few who go on their pilgrimages and never return. I always assumed something bad happened to them. But maybe they just wanted a different life.
But you're back. You're going back, right?
You plan to return to the migrant fleet, right?
I could never abandon my people, Shepard. I will go back eventually. But we have to stop Seren first.
Indeed.
Otherwise, I might not have a home to go back to.
I should go.
See you later.
Take it easy, Tali. Alright. Well, now, I guess I'll just meet you guys back at the Citadel. That's probably the best way to do this. Wait. There it is. Oops. How you doing? Though, to be honest, Mass Effect feels like one of those games where the main story is kind of short, if I recall, but it's all the side missions and bonus stuff that actually flesh out this game to make it really long. At least with Mass Effect 1. I think Mass Effect 2, you know, freaking doubled its size or something. I don't really remember, it's been a while. But I know that it's mostly the dialogue and the side missions that extend Mass Effect more so than the main story, but sometimes that's good. Sometimes that is a good thing because, well, I don't know. It keeps you playing the game, I guess. It keeps you wanting more, I guess. I don't really know how to explain it.
We got a transmission coming in from the Citadel. Top priority clearance.
Patch it through.
I'll take it in the comm room.
Oh boy. Alright, so what we got?
Commander Shepard, we've received information that may be critical to your mission against Seren.
Good.
I'll take all the help I can get.
We've received an urgent message from one of our infiltration regiments in the Traverse.
Infiltration
You mean
units?
spies?
Spectres tend to attract attention, Commander. But they are only one arm of the Council. Special task groups are often a better option for monitoring developing situations.
We currently have several infiltration units scattered throughout the border regions of Citadel space. This particular unit was gathering intel on Seren.
Sounds serious.
What did they find?
Unfortunately, the message we received was little more than static. The infiltration team must be in a situation where they can't set up proper interstellar communications.
Well, that's not good.
The message was sent on a channel reserved for mission-critical communications. Whatever they were trying to tell us, we know it was important. Considering your interest in Seren, we thought you might want to investigate this. Find out what happened to our team. The signal originated from the planet Vermeer.
Ah, Vermeer. Thanks for the
I'll look
info.
into it.
The Council prefers not to become involved in the specifics of Spectre activities. We only want you to be aware of all your options, including Vermeer. Good luck, Commander Shepard.
Oh,
we will keep you
man,
advised if we
Vermeer.
learn anything else.
Oh. But, yeah. Next stop, Citadel. And then from there, I'm not certain. Maybe do some galaxy exploring, I don't know. Alright, so let's zoom out from Pharos. Let me see if I can get to the local cluster now. No, I still don't see it. There's Vermeer. Alright, well. I'll figure that out again later. I know you can go to the local cluster, I just don't remember how. Good evening, the colony on Pharos. Man, it'd be so cool to travel through space, you know? I think it'd be awesome if, like, someday... I doubt it's going to be in our lifetime, though, but it'd be so awesome if, like, science fiction became a reality, you know? Like, not the bad kind of...
From Alliance Command
not the bad kind of, like,
through.
sci-fi, like, where
Shepard,
Terminator destroy everything,
This is
but no.
Admiral Hackett from Alliance Command. We've got a situation here, and you're the only one that can handle it.
How can I help?
What do you need, Admiral?
There's an Alliance training ground where we test weapons and technology in live fire simulations.
Yeah?
One of the VIs we use to simulate enemy tactics in the drills is no longer responding to our override commands. It's gone rogue.
Oh. Was anyone hurt?
How many casualties so far?
17 Marines were killed in the simulation exercises before we realized what had happened. That's when we contacted you.
Oh.
VI support is critical to our military success. They process thousands of status reports and react in nanoseconds. No human can do that. But as advanced as this thing is at military strategy, it's still just a VI. It's not self-aware, and it's completely disengaged from any networks. That's where you come in.
Alright.
We need you to fight your way through the training ground of the VI core and manually disable it.
I get you.
Can't you disable it remotely?
Our fail-safes aren't responding. The VI operates on a closed network. It can't affect any external systems, but we don't have any direct access to its processes.
Oh.
We could bomb it from orbit, but the damage to the facility would be catastrophic. We'd prefer to have someone shut down the core. Someone like you.
Alright.
I know Spectres answer the Council, but you're still human. You're still part of the Alliance military, and right now we need you. The VI controls all the facility's weapons, drones, and automated defenses. You're the only one that can pull this off, Shepard. Good luck.
Thank you, Hackett. Now let me just check something, because I think... Yep, there we go. Alright. Well, while I'm at it, I'll just fly around and take a look. I'm not going to actually go there yet. Nah. I'll save that for the next episode, actually. So yeah, the next episode will probably be exploring our galaxy, our home. The soul, you know. Anyway, to Citadel. For now. Because I've already got... This video is going to be, you know, 2 parts. So this is 10B, obviously. Sweet. There we go. Alright. Alright, we'll take Tali and Garrus with us for now. Because sometimes you can get some funny dialogue with your crew on the elevators.
Equalizing interior
So sometimes I
pressure
just want to
and
bring these two along because I think they
atmosphere.
have an argument at some point. I forget.
Logged. The commanding officer is ashore. Exo Presley has the deck.
I like how it says shore, even though technically it's not a shore. Military term, or not military, but just, you know, docking terminology. It is, I guess it is a ship among the sea of stars, but hey, mostly semantics. No one cares, though.
Your choice in armor is awfully limited, Tally. Couldn't you wear something without a helmet?
No, living in the clean environment of the flotilla has weakened our immune systems. The environmental suits protect against diseases.
So your people are forever wandering, and now they couldn't settle if they wanted to. I'm sorry.
Like that. Okay. Board locations. Markets. Hopefully, he'll be there. That's what I'm hoping for. Yes, yes he is. Sweet. Now I don't have to really worry about him too much. Third encounter with the biggest fan.
Got an idea, and I wanted to run it by you.
Go ahead.
What's on your mind?
With so many human colonies being attacked, I'm not sure that one Spectre is enough. What if you signed me on as another Spectre?
I'm afraid not.
Conrad, I don't think that's a good idea.
But I'd make a great Spectre. I'd be right there with you, showing the Council what humanity is capable of. I want to be with you, fighting the good fight like you did on Elysium during the Skillian Blitz.
There are other fights.
I believe you, Conrad. But there's another fight that needs you.
What? I don't understand.
I need people at home.
You know what keeps me going out here? Knowing that people back home are keeping humanity strong.
You're right. I just got so caught up in all of it. I wanted to help. I'll go home. Thanks for setting me straight.
And thanks for setting me straight. I love that. It's so nonchalant. I think that's the right word. Either way, you know what I mean. Alright, guys. I think that's all I really wanted to do for now. So in the next episode, like always, I'll meet you aboard the Citadel. I'm sorry, the Normandy. So again, guys, thank you so much for watching. This is going to be where I sign off for this episode of Let's Play Mass Effect. Until then, everyone, thank you so much for watching. I hope you've been enjoying it so far. Anyway, have a good day, guys. Thanks for watching. White Mage Serenia, signing off. See you again soon, guys.
You did. You took his return. Look, I'm telling you, I bought this here. Why won't you return it?
I can't take it back unless...
I know. Unless I have a proof of purchase.
Well, now then. See you again soon, guys.
You seem to be attracting unwanted attention, Tally. Several passerbys were staring at you.
Many think less of Quarians for traveling in the flotilla and for creating the Geth. They see us as scavengers, little better than thieves.
It is natural for people to dislike rootless wanderers. If Quarians would just settle another homeworld, you would not run into such concerns.